everybody, this is Amanda from Amanda's Budgets. I'm here to do a budget with me, and we are going to go over our monthly budget, how we're going to set up our monthly budget for January 2024. We're also going to go over some life boo-boos that I was not prepared for because life is lifing and I'm human and I too make mistakes. So let's go ahead and get into this video. But before I do so, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amanda. I am 34 years old. I live in Oregon. I'm an all-cash budgeter. I do cash stuffing, sinking funds, savings challenges, all on a low income. If that's something you're interested in, please hit that like and subscribe button. I also have a new goal in mind over the next year. Some things to think about. Obviously, we're going to talk about debt this year. We're going to talk about savings this year. We're going to talk about what Amanda has been thinking about since purchasing this mobile home. If you do not know, I purchased a 1966 mobile home, single wide, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. I do own the actual mobile home outright. I do have a bill of sale. I spent $5,000 on this mobile home. I have done some repairs to the bathroom and we painted, but overall it's a cute little fixer-upper and we are just going to live with it and do each room as we can. We are not going to be doing a giant renovation of this house. This is a first-time home for us. This is a way for us to make sure our bills stay low and to make them affordable, and also to get things really rolling. Obviously, this can't be a forever home. It could be a good 5 to 10 year plan. My husband and I are at least thinking 5 to 7 years here. So in that, I did want to let you guys know that I am behind on some bills. How did I get behind? I bought a house. Everything happened so fast. We had to pay for moving costs. We had to pay for utility hookups. We had to pay for little extra things here and there. We had a unfortunate bathroom situation where we had to contact a plumber, where we had to buy some supplies. My husband does a lot of the handyman work himself. He is a very hands-on guy. Like, he can YouTube, look at something, he can be shown how to do something, he can do some research. He's good at jimmy rigging things together if that's what he needed to do. But with this bathroom, we've been really trying to make sure that we're doing everything proper. We haven't painted this bathroom. We haven't redone the floor in the bathroom. I haven't done anything fancy decorating in this bathroom. I want to, but we're not there yet. So that's okay. We're dealing with an older bathroom. It is what it is. But how far behind am I? Honestly, I could be worse. I could not have my space rent already. I could not have a la la la. And when I mean la la la, I mean, like, you know, food, electricity, internet, all the basics. I do prioritize gas. I do prioritize my phone. I prioritize the internet because of the fact that I do YouTube, I do Instagram, I do Etsy. These are all forms of business related things. I do gig work part-time. I work full-time. My husband is going to be in the process of looking for a job. We have been here almost a month and he had to take off some time because we have kiddos during winter break. It's about 2.5 weeks. So why get a job the week you move here and then tell them, oh, in 2.5 weeks, by the way, I have obligations and my wife works and she's kind of the breadwinner of the family, and now I gotta exit for a couple weeks. So I'm gonna zoom this in And as I zoom it in, I'm going to take a drink of my emotional support coffee because this is the best part of the day. This is my second, possibly third. I think it's my third. We'll be real. It's my third emotional support coffee of the day. If you do not know, this particular shade of coffee we call grandpa coffee. My grandfather, he drank coffee all day. He liked his cream, his sugar, and he liked it creamy and sweet. Very, very sweet. Chocolate macadamia nut coffee was his favorite. He would go to Winco Foods, buy it in bulk. I do like hazelnut cream a little bit better. So these are no different. The only thing that is different is this is monthly. This is going to be by Paycheck. I am not as worried about being behind as some of you guys are probably going, oh, she's behind. I'm not really all that worried about it. And this is a magic month in January. If you are lucky, you get a magic month with me. Meaning that in January, we get paid on the 3rd, the 17th, and the 31st. And in that time frame, I have a couple weeks to do some gig working. So that can mean a lot of different things. That can mean that we are, we're doing good. It could mean that we're, you know, barely skimming by. I don't know what it'll look like. I actually haven't gotten a paycheck from my job yet. So we're just kind of holding on to our teeth at this point. But I know I've worked a lot of hours since starting at that store. So, my first check was in the end of December. It was $3.27. And I was like, what is this? And they're like, this is your check. This is your check for your onboarding for your first day. And I'm like, well, whatever. I guess I'll take it. I am a left-hand writer, so I'm actually going to flip this and move it along with some sticky notes. One thing I did have to purchase also that kind of messed things up was I did have to purchase a printer to do orders for Etsy. I also had to purchase a new computer, which unfortunately came along with the first week of the move, but I paid cash for those. So I'm not as worried. I did have to cash out my 401k at my previous job because it had less than $1,000 in it. That went to current December bills that needed to be paid. So between Etsy, gig working, getting this job started, and that 401k, unfortunately, I was a little pissed about that. I was like, why am I cashing out this 401k? I want to keep it going. And they're like, well, if it doesn't have any money going into it directly every 30 days, then you're going to have to close it. And if it's under $1,000, then they're either going to send you a check or you could do it yourself. And so it was a bummer. So our month is January. And then it's 2024. I don't know if I'm ready for 2024. Are you? I don't know. So this is a very easy breakdown. Budget goal, we're going to leave that blank for a moment. Income, this is just my income sources. So we know I'm going to get a paycheck. And it's going to be number 1. And then that's going to be on 1/3. And I'm going to list the other things as the dates go. So like I will do gig work here. I will do like Etsy, YouTube, whatever it may be. This may not be enough for me because I do a lot of little side hustles, but that's okay. This just was something I wanted to make to simplify everything. So our space rent for January is already in our budget binder here. So this money here is what we have for housing. So the amount of space rent we will need will be $550. Somebody asked me about the taxes on my home. I called the county I live in, and they gave me direct numbers. I got transferred, found out that my taxes for my home yearly are $36. Because I do not own the land that the mobile is on, I only have to pay for the mobile. And because of the age, they don't charge me that much. So $680 is our car payment. That is a full month's car payment. I do drive a 2020 Kia Sportage. It was a brand new car to me, like literally unbubble wrapped, 2 miles on it, kind of a situation. I did write down what I needed for my, maybe I don't have it anymore. So I believe my utilities were $260. So here's a gig. This is not how much my utilities are regularly. The average utilities here are anywhere between $50 to $90 during non-winter time, and then anywhere between $95 and $140 during the winter. Obviously, it's dependent on your usage. When you move, you can ask the utility company that you will be utilizing what the average bill is. So, because I had to move, this includes the $35 because I had some of the fees waived. It would have been $400 to move service, but $35 for the hookup here. So they came and hooked it up at the street. And then the cost to turn my power off at the previous location, I didn't even know there was a charge, but that's another $20. And then my utility bill from over there and the utility bill from over here. So that's how we get the $260. Car insurance is $247. I do have to pay extra because I do have a car with a loan. So I have to carry for full coverage insurance, but it is a newer car anyway. Even if I owned it outright, I would still be paying that full coverage amount. But I also do a few gig apps that make me have additional insurance. And you can guess what they are. I'm not going to tell you who I work for because I feel like it keeps it professional for me. But I do know that some apps make you do that. Phones is going to be $200. And then my internet is $130. So this is the first month's internet and so December and January. So they bundle it all into two payments each and every time I pay the internet because that's just how my company rolls. It's a sister company to Comcast. So there is that. So credit cards. I did unfortunately have to go back to utilizing some credit cards because I was thinking that I would be getting a paycheck in December, but because that week and 4 days is rolling into this next pay period, I'm like, what? I was expecting one small check and then another small check. So a small check in December, small check January 3rd, and then I was going to start rolling through. But apparently that's not how this company wants to do it. So it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and do $280. This is over the amount I need for my credit cards, but I like to add more to my credit cards when I owe more to my credit cards. That way it knocks it down. However, we do have plans in the beginning of the year to get rid of one credit card at a time, and I will explain now why. So, my ultimate goal by the end of the year is to be able to live off of $2,200 a month, meaning that that's going to be my overall bills, because I'm only paying $5.50 a month for my space rent. My next highest bill is my car payment. If I knock my credit cards down and I do some research on maybe my phone carrier, because I do have 3 phones, one of which we're still paying for the phone on, the other 2 are completely paid off. Car insurance, I can reevaluate that, plus groceries and all the things. However, I am still ecstatic because I'm still saving myself quite a bit. And we will go over the running total of how much last year, January, bills cost me, because I have my previous years this last year. We have all of this, and we have the running totals of all of the bills and the sinking funds, all the things I spent money on, so that way we can do comparisons, see if we saved money. Another variable expense is going to be a personal bill, and that's going to be for $160. And then groceries, we're doing the atomic eat down of our freezer and our canned and dry goods. So there's a few of you that are super interested in saving money on groceries. Groceries are not a problem for us. We buy what we buy, we get what we get, we eat what we have. We are very, very cheap, frugal. We cook every meal at this home. My husband cooks, I cook. We try to do crock pot meals, 1-dish meals. We try to do a lot of what we already have. So like the only things I feel like we really need, because we live in a much smaller space, much smaller than previous, I don't have the pantry space that I had before. So I have to eat down the canned goods, the dry goods, and I have to get some of that stuff out of my freezer and ready for a new meat haul. So we are going to be eating frozen vegetables, canned vegetables. We're going to be eating soups. We're going to be eating all sorts of crock pot meals. We are planning on doing like a potato bake thing that I found a recipe for that calls for 3 different kinds of potatoes. We are definitely interested in making some space in our kitchen, because right now it looks like, you know, I'm preparing as a prepper for something to happen, which may or may not happen, because I don't know, I don't live in that prepper world. If you do, more power to you. I'm not against you. I used to be a prepper as well, so I get it. I lived off grid. But I'm going to tell you right now, I just don't have the space, and that's okay. If you have any ideas of how I can make more space, let me know in the comments down below. I do know about like storage containers, but I'm not really, I don't know all the proper ways to make sure that the canned and dry goods stay good, you know? I don't know. I could just get those Mylar bags, but that would cost money. I don't want to spend money. I want to save money. All right. Pet supplies is going to be $150. This includes Miss Violet, our pit boxer mix. She needs food. My cats need cat food, cat litter. We do have a cat with urinary issues, so we have to be kind of careful. So we are particular on food and diet, things like that. And then we do have reptiles. So we have a bearded dragon named Kiwi, and we have 3 leopard geckos and a golden gecko. They all have food names. We have Marshpillow. He is the white, he's a white leopard gecko. Banana is a yellow and slightly orange, older leopard gecko. And then we have Mango. She is our youngest. She is obviously a mango color. And then we have our golden gecko, Pineapple. She is different shades depending on how cold it is, depending on what time of year it is. Most of the time, she is super vibrant green or really, really golden. So, like a pineapple. And then household stuff, I'm going to say $30 because I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree. If you're interested in a Dollar Tree haul, let me know in the comments below. I will gladly do that, and I'll tell you how I stretch all my dollars. And I also don't really need the things I was needing before, so I don't need to buy dishwasher pods because I don't have a dishwasher anymore. But I do have a washing machine. I have a washing machine. Can you believe that? I have a washing machine. Me, Amanda, who has been renting and homeless for the last probably 5 to 7 years now. I did my own laundry in my own home, my own dwelling, in my bathroom. I have a washing machine, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we have a washing machine. So it is what it is. Another expense I want to put in here is emergency. And for the month, I would like to put $50 into that. And then I do take the cost of my nails out of my YouTube or my Etsy check because of the fact that I consider it a business expense. Because it's aesthetic. You want to see some nice looking hands, right? I like my hands to look nice. And then another expense I wanted to add on here is going to be for family. I would like to take my family out to the movies, so we're going to do $30. New budgeting for me. Adding things that I couldn't before. So, I did already do a running total between all of these pages of 2023 and how much it cost me. So, I am going to do the final calculations from each one of these pages, and I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so this is the total in each week that I actually spent. This is stuff I crossed off that I didn't have money to budget in or didn't have the money. And I will calculate it here on my cruddy little calculator. I don't know if we got paint on this or primer or something, but it got stuff on it. It just will not come off. Is that right? So 941 plus 989 plus 701 plus 589, and this was including some food. During this time I did get EBT as well, if you remember. So my running total for my previous place in January was $3,220. And that was before I even started making payments to the IRS for my taxes. So we're going to go ahead and do some addition. So 550 plus 680 equals 12. Whoa, why am I doing a 1230? So 1230 there. And then 2. So this one is 12. Why do I keep doing that? 1277. I think it's because of the fact that I can hardly see on this desk. Plus 30. So $2,507. And then we have 200 plus 150 plus 30 plus 50 plus 30 equals 460. So plus. So we total out this month with being behind on some bills $2,967. You can see that there. And then we're gonna go minus. So we only saved $253 this month on our overall budget, but mind you, you guys, we are behind on some of these bills like the internet and the utilities. I am accounting for a personal bill that I'm also behind on. So those kinds of things I have to account for. But if we do, not if, when we do another budget with me for the month of February, I'm wondering if that's going to change the whole outlook of how things go. So far, I can tell you right now that February's bills totaled out to be almost $4,000 according to that previous book. But that's okay. When you are moving, it is okay to get a little bit behind. It's normal. I know that Budget Treasures talked about being behind last year, this last year in 2023. And I appreciated how honest and real she was. I love watching her channel. She keeps me going. I'm a little disappointed in this amount that we need. So we need $2,967. So if we have to pause Save Day Sunday to get these things figured out, we will. If we don't, then we won't. But we are going to be busting our butts to get this figured out because it needs to happen. So in that, we are going to go on to my budget by Paycheck. This will be for 1-3 and then Paycheck number 1. This is for January 2024. And then we're going to do number 1. So we're not going to fill it out because I can't budget what I don't know I have or don't have, because I am going to do the budget by paycheck method. I just now know that theoretically between 3 paychecks, so I need almost $1,000 a check and gig work included in that. I totally think that that's doable. I think it's doable. I do have a Etsy paycheck coming along with my paycheck on that payday. I also do have gig work that I do weekly. I have been trying not to cash out. If you do gig work, then you know when you cash out your money, it costs you some sort of fee. I haven't been doing that. I've just been letting it deposit into my account. So by that time, we will see what we have. Do what you can with what you got. And if you are behind, that's okay. You got this. You're going to get through it. 2024 is going to be your year. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.